you are most probably a business owner / entrepreneur with issues around time, team and money. So when we're talking about time, you just don't have enough of it. You're working very long hours, you're not seeing your friends or family, and there's just never enough time to get stuff done. You may have money challenges where you have some money in the bank or you don't have any money at all. Money is not consistent and you're just playing the sort of cash robbing Peter to pay Paul scenario, or you've got team challenges. You brought people on board, but they're not quite doing what you want, or they're not quite doing what you expect. Now, if you can relate to these symptoms, then the ActionCOACH system is perfect for you. And with my clients, I use this system to help address the points and the pain points, especially that you are currently suffering. So most people start a business exactly the way you've started a business. Either they come out of school and said, I've got a great idea, I want to start a business, and off you go. Or the chances are most people work for somebody else, and eventually either they get really pissed off working for somebody else and think, I want to go and do it for myself, or they get made redundant and they think, well, I've got nothing else to lose, let me go and work for myself. And off you start a business. And the business normally goes like this. You have a lot of enthusiasm, you're going for it, full on leather, and you hit a glass ceiling. Now, nobody knows what that glass ceiling is, but you'll know it when you've hit it because you just can't improve it anymore. You have the same symptoms all the time, and no matter what you do, no matter what you try to change, the same stuff keeps happening. As soon as that happens to you and you are stuck, the reality is the business doesn't need to change, it's you that needs to change. And this is where the ActionCOACH system helps you remove that glass ceiling and take your business to the next level. So how is it that the ActionCOACH system can help you? Well, you look at it. You've got different levels of the model. At the very bottom you have the mastery. Well, mastery is all about time mastery, destination mastery, financial mastery. Let's take financial mastery. You run in a business, and let's say you've got cash challenges. Either you have money, you don't have money, and it's that, that vicious cycle. Got to chase the cash in, and then you've got to pay your creditors. Sometimes you pay your creditors late because your money's coming in late, etc. Who's ever taught you about the P&L? Who's ever taught you about how to work with your creditors, your debtors, etc.? Nobody. Do you know why? Because it's a subject that most people are scared of. Well, unless you master your numbers and actually learn your numbers, what do you think is going to happen? You expand your business and you're losing money. Guess what you're doing? You're growing broke. So we need to get mastery in place. There's no point building a business if you've got rocky foundations. And once we've got these foundations in place, then we start looking at the next stage. The next stage is all about marketing and sales. Now, marketing, that's the subject you need to understand. You don't have to be an expert marketer, but you need to understand marketing principles, etc. Because if you don't get leads coming through the door, if you don't get inquiries coming into your business, you can't grow your business, you can't make more money. So start learning how to do that. And the ActionCOACH system takes you very simply through marketing, very basic marketing, so you know what you're doing. Once the lead starts coming through, guess what you need to do with them? You need to convert them. You need to take those prospects and turn it into a sale. And again, sales is a very uncomfortable sort of subject for most people. Why? Because people don't naturally know how to sell. Now, you may have one or two people that are gifted and are quite natural at it, but that is more the exception than the norm. The rest of us, we need to learn how to sell, how to convert, etc., so that we can maximize the marketing spend and get the people and increase our sales. Once we've done that, we start bringing more people on board. What's the first thing we do? We'll go and do that job. Would you be surprised if I said most businesses are not systemized and processed? Because guess what? You're running the business up here, which is fine, but it's not a business. It's just a job with a couple of helpers. You really need to systemize and process, get what you're doing up here, down on paper, onto a system process, so other people can follow it and do it just as well as you can. Because I know you don't believe that anyone can do the job as well as you can, but trust me, if you actually train them, develop them, and have a process in place, yes, they can. And then there's the next thing, is around team. One of the biggest challenges I hear from business owners is, well, I don't have the team I want. Which isn't surprising, because actually having a team requires you being able to sort of go out there and recruit people. If I said to you, well, what experience have you had, what training you had around recruitment, the answer is zilch. Actually, in terms of management, what training have you had in terms of managing your team and getting the best out of them? Some people will have some training. Guess what the majority have had? Absolutely zilch. So you can imagine, by learning all this stuff, what do you think is going to happen to your business? It's going to grow. And once you get your team and everything in place, you can then start to scale it up. And eventually, should you want it to, you'll be in a position where your business can run without you. When you get to that position where the business doesn't rely on you day in, day out, and it can grow with just you operating at a more strategic level, you have a business that you can sell, you have a business that has true value. So how do you know if you are ready for the Action Coach program? Well, it's simple. Are you ready to make a change? Are you ready to deal with the challenges you are currently facing in the business and no longer put up with them? If you are totally ready. So get in contact with me, fill out the form on the webpage, let's have a chat, and remember, failing to learn is learning to fail.